Hi everyone. Today I will explain how we can create several effects, okay, cool effects that we can use in Unity. I have been researching and also learning new things, so that is why now I'm using Unity and I have learned how to create shaders, for example. So I have here like a bubble effect, as you can see, okay, with vertex distortion and displacement, and also I have a really cool outline effect that is this. For example, I have a car here, okay, to show you the outline effect, how it works. So now, as you can see, we have the car, and if we uh, put the mouse on the car, we have like an outline effect that we can change with these parameters, okay? So if I execute, for example, with 1.0.5, we'll have um, a thickness much higher, as you can see. And we have also like an effect, okay? We can also, for example, in this car, um, we can increase the, the intensity of the color. So now you can see that we have a more intense color, okay? So we can play with these adjustments and create cool effects. So I will show how the outline effect works, and then I will explain the bubble effect. So for the outline effect, it's not simple to do it, and I have used a, a system that works as this. We create a new car when we have the model. We create a new model of that is is a duplication of the current model, and this duplication we make it the scale we made it a little bit higher. That is our thickness. Then one of the models that is the higher, like the bigger model, we put it to render only the back of the model, the back faces. And the other model, that is the model that we have placed, we set to only render the front faces, okay? So the back faces will appear as a contour, okay, and as an outline of the model. So how do we do this? I have set the render pipeline, okay, the universal render pipeline, that is this, okay, is this universal render pipeline that we need is to create these effects, because this will install the shader graph, that is a way to create shaders, very simple. So now I will open the shader, okay. We have created an script, okay, a shader graph. That to create it, just go to create a shader and universal render pipeline, and here click on lead shader graph. Lead is for using the lighting of the scene, and with unlead we ignore this lighting. So when you create it, you will also need to create a material and assign to the material the shader, okay? Universal render pipeline, and here, you will have in shader graphs, you will have your shader, that in my case is contour. Okay, so when you have it, you will have like this window, but here I will explain each of the things that I have to create the effect. If you click space, you can have all the answers for the nodes. So the first thing we need to do, and as I have said, is to increase its vertex position, okay, to create it with a larger size for the contour. Okay, so we do this by accessing to the object position of the model, and for each vertex position, we multiply it by a thickness value. That will be how much thickness we want to have in the contour of the model. So this will apply like an scalar of the vector, that is the position, and this position is from the center of the object, if we have in center mode, to the position of the vertex. So if we see this, we'll have something like, we have here, for example, a sphere, okay, and we have here the center, and we are accessing these vectors, okay. So what we do here is apply a thickness that will be higher than 1, so it will make our vector a little bit more higher than the old vector. So we'll have a little bit bigger sphere in this case. So when we calculate this, we will assign this to the position of each vertex, okay. And this is the part to make the model bigger, okay. Then, as I said, we need to do, instead of the front cooling, that we only render the front faces, the faces that are the camera is seeing. Here we need to click two-sided to render both sides of the model, okay. And here we will check if it's front face. If it's front face, okay, we will not render it, okay, because we want to render the contour in the back, only the back faces. So if it's front face, we don't render, and if it's front face, we render, and we assign this to the alpha value. If you don't have the alpha value here, you can click here in surface, click transparent, because as default is opaque. And also I have put here, instead of unlit, as I have said previously, I have put it to use the lighting, okay, to create the post-processing effects. So then this is an animation that I have put in the contour, okay, that you can see it here. We keep it this. You can see that we have like a noise effect. If you want to see it better, I will put the thickness a little bit higher, okay, and now you can see that we have like lines, okay, that are moving. Also I can put this to show you how it works, and I will put less opacity, so you can see that we have this effect, this cool effect, okay. So I will put it in the previous thing, okay. So to create this, I have used this script, okay. The first thing is we want to apply a gradient noise, okay, and this noise, you just create gradient noise, that is this, okay. And we here need to put the position we want to apply the noise, okay. We want to apply this for each position of each vertex. So to access this, we access the world position of each vertex, and well, in this case we are using the fragment shader, okay. So we are accessing the position of each pixel of the model. So then we want to change the tiling. Okay, so to apply this, we are going to apply a tiling and offset that will change how big are these differences in the noise map. So we want firstly to change the offset and the tiling. The tiling is how bigger, look, we create a noise, gradient noise, and also we create a tiling and offset. Okay, I will show you what this is doing. Okay, so if we change the tiling, you can see how the colors are making like smaller, and here we can do it in the other axis. Okay, so the idea is to create lines. So how we can create this, we can put, for example, here 0.5 and here 5 or 10. Okay, so now you can see that we have lines in the vertical, horizontal lines in the vertical axis. So then with this we can like create a like an animation, okay, that will be moving these lines. Okay, so how do we do this? We access the time of the time, and we will multiply this by a constant to make the speed of the this. So if we create, for example, 0.2, this will be higher speed, 0.1 and 0.1. So when we have this time, okay, we set to only move in the horizontal axis, okay, and the vertical axis we don't move it, and we apply this to the offset. And to the tiling, we make vertical lines in this case, okay, and we have a constant to make how big are and how are these lines, okay, and this will depend on the detail of the lines. Then as you can see here, we have like big black places, and we don't want that. We want like a more smooth image of the shader. So we apply a smooth step to create a more similar color texture, and this we will multiply by the color we want to apply this alpha. So we will multiply this map with the color, and then we will apply this to the emission of the lighting material, and with this we have everything to create the effect. Okay, so now we want, as I have said, to create for each model, okay, we want to create a new model that will be inside, and it will be the contour. So we have here a script that I have created, and we have a material, a thickness, and a color. Okay, so we will create a new object with the same size, position, and transform of the object we want to create the control line. And as we apply the parent of this new object, the model, okay, so we want to apply a local scale, a relative local scale with that will be 1, okay, and will be the same size as the object we are using in the script. Then we assign the material, that is the material we have created with the shader that I have currently explained. Then we set the thickness and the outline color, that are the variables that are here. Okay, here we have these variables, and I have set the reference these variables the same, but with this symbol. Okay, so we continue. We want the outline to don't have shadows. Okay, so we turn off the shadows of Unity in the contour, and then we set to don't display for yet anything of the contour. Then we put that the collider of the contour is disabled, and then for the contour we don't want to create the effect script that we have created for the current object, so we also disable it. Then when we put the mouse on the model, we will render the outline, and if we hit the mouse, we will disable the render of the contour. So this is how we create the outline effect. We can apply for every object. I have put the cars you have seen. So this will only be displayed when we execute the game. Okay, we can change the colors and everything. For example, I will show you. Here we have the shader, okay, and we can put, as we have seen, more thickness, but also we can change the tile and the color. We can make it, for example, red, with a cool red. It's important, I don't mention, but it's important to use bloom post-processing. Okay, so you can enable this by going to post-processing volume, and here you have the bloom effect. Okay, because if we don't have the bloom, we won't see the cool emission effect of the material. Okay, we can intensify this color, okay, or decrease it. So that's all for the contour effect, and in the next video I will explain how we can create the bubble effect. See you in the next video.